My first time planting bare root strawberries. Hey guys, today I'm going to start some strawberries. Bare root strawberries. I picked up a pack of these bare root strawberries from Costco, and I am going to start some of them in my hanging baskets where I did have strawberries last year. I tried to winter them over in the garage, but I think they're just too root bound in this container. I had purchased a basket of hanging strawberries already established at one of the hardware stores in town, and just replanted the whole thing into these cone-shaped baskets. And I think they definitely got too big for the amount of strawberries that were in the basket in these containers. I'm going to start over fresh with some fresh potting mix, some brand new bare root strawberries, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first thing I need to do is get the leftover strawberries out of these pots. So I started by taking off the growth. I wanted to check and see, just maybe there were still some hope for these strawberries, but they were definitely way too dried out, and like I said, I think they got a little too root bound in this container. So I'm just going to take the whole pot and start over fresh. Hopefully I can just tip this upside down and the whole thing's going to come right out, right? Yes, that was easy. So, wow. You can definitely see the roots went all the way to the bottom of this cone. And they are all pretty dry and crumbly. Yeah, they didn't make it. So we will start over. We will start fresh with some new strawberries. Let me get this mess cleaned up. I'll take that out to the compost. When you get your bare root strawberries, they come in little bundles of, I believe there's 10 in each. So I have 3 bundles, 30 bare root strawberries. Again, these I picked up at Costco, and I did really well with a lot of the orders I got from Costco last year. I'm very pleased with the supplier that they use for their bulbs and products. So I'm going to take off, there's an elastic band. I'm going to take that off. I think I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to cut off that elastic band. This will be the bowl for my water. I'm just going to put that over there for now, and I'm going to work over my potting mix with these. So take off your elastic band, and then you can gently pull apart your roots. You should be able to get them apart pretty easily. And these are a pretty good size. They look really well. So when you pull them out of the package, you'll see the roots will come down off the crown. And when we're planting these, you need to keep the crown above the soil. You don't want to bury it below the crown. So we're going to soak these for about an hour after I get them all apart, and then we'll work them into our planters. Bundles I'm going to save for now and figure out what to do. I might start these up in some small pots, but I don't have a lot of room on my shelves right now, so I'm going to save these for another day, and I'm just going to put them back in their peat moss in the package that they came in, and we'll work on those ones another time. But for now, I've got 11 soaking in water. I'm going to leave those for about an hour and then come back and we'll get the hanging baskets ready to plant them in. so my strawberries have been soaking in water for about an hour, and I'll show you what they look like once you pull them out of the water. So you can definitely see where the roots come together at the crown, and that's as far up as you want to put the soil. You do not want to bury the crown of your strawberries. This part of the root will go down into, I'm putting mine in hanging baskets, so I'm going to put them down into the basket with the roots down up to the crown, and I'm going to leave the crown sticking out of the soil. So let's get working on that. So this basket I'm going to put, I think I've got 11, so I'm going to put 5 in one basket and 6 in the other. And I'm going to focus mostly around the edge, and this one I'll put 6, I'll put 1 in the middle as well. So I filled up my baskets with some pre-moistened potting mix, and these baskets have a plastic liner. I have poked some drainage holes into the bottom of this liner, so that does have good drainage in it, but I've left about an inch of room at the top so that when I'm watering, the water's not going to come down over the top of my my basket. This soil will settle a little bit. It is fresh potting mix, moistened potting mix. So you're going to take your strawberry roots, and let's start about here. So I'm going to make a hole about the length of the root down into my basket. I'm leaving the soil against the edge and just making a hole there. So I'm going to place the roots down into the soil, and I'm going to leave the crown at the level that I have my soil at. So I'm going to push that down in, and then I'll add a little bit more potting mix to top that up. And then once I top water these in, you'll see how much of the crown that you'll still be able to see. You don't want to bury the crown of your strawberries. So there's our first berry. So I'm going to keep going with this, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, so I've got all of my strawberry roots planted into my pot. Now I'm going to take my spray bottle. So I'm just using one of these pump sprayers to spray in the plants now that I've got them all in. And I just sprinkled a little bit of topsoil on top, and you'll see once I start to moisten this soil and spray it in, you'll be able to see the crown of the plant. So like I said, as you spray these in, the topsoil settles down a little bit, and you can definitely still see the crown of the plant of all these strawberries. And that's the key to doing your bare root strawberries, is making sure you can still see the crown. The roots will show a little bit, like I said, the potting mix that these are in settles as you water them in. And if you need to err on the side of anything with strawberries, err on the side of keeping them up too high rather than too low. You don't want the crown of your strawberries buried down into your potting mix. Okay, so I've got these all watered in, and you can see this one's got a little bit of the roots sticking out of the crown, and I'm just going to leave them like that for now until they start to root in. Those roots that I've planted deep into my planter are the ones that you want to take hold, and we'll see over the next probably 5 to 7 days what's going to happen with the growth on these strawberries. The growth that you see when you pull them out of the bag isn't really going to do much for you. They've been growing without sunlight or nutrients. So this little bit of growth that's on here probably isn't going to do too much. You will start to see some new leaves and some new sprouting over the next few days, and I'll keep you updated on how this goes. I'm going to work on my other planter and get it all ready, and I'll show you what they both look like when they're done. Well, that was exciting. My first time planting bare root strawberries. So it's amazing what you can learn off of YouTube. I've followed a few tutorials, again, keeping the crown of my strawberries above the soil. And I'll show you a picture of what they look like and how much of the crown is sticking out. I might need to add some more soil to them. We'll see how they go. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you have started strawberries from bare root before and how did they turn out for you. I'm excited to see these grow. My name is Bonnie. This is Artist in a Garden. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.